What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Snorunt evolution team, we got Snorunt, Glalie, and Froslass. These Pokemon have 5 different abilities throughout the evolution line. We got Inner Focus, Ice Body, Snow Cloak, Curse Body, and Moody. Some pretty cool abilities. Now I'm using 2 Snorunt, 2 Glalie, and 2 Froslass on this team. This team had a lot of weaknesses, so it was pretty hard to get battles for, but I got some good ones and exciting ones in there, and I hope you enjoy. Now, I actually have done a Snorunt sweep before, so if you do want to check it out, I'll leave it in the comment section of this video. If anyone does check it out afterwards, I'll leave a little heart on your comment if you do leave one. So, first battle here, this one is against Hunt, and my little Snorunt here is going to be setting them spikes up, and this Fortress is going to be setting them rocks up. So this is a Spikes, Disable, Avalanche, and Ice Shard set. Max Health and Max Attack EVs, Atom and Nature. Inner Focus as the ability, which is helpful against any flinching moves, and Focus Sash as the item. Now, this Fortress is going to go for an Iron Head here, taking me all the way down to my Sash. So I thought, well, I don't really want to have to deal with that with my other Pokemon. So what I'll do is I'll go for a Disable here, and I'll be able to maybe go for another Spikes. However, the Fortress is going to go for Lunge and actually Faint me. Whether or not that was predicted or not, if it was, that was definitely a good prediction for sure. So next Pokemon we're going to swap in is going to be Fortress. Froslass, they're very close. There's a Froslass and a Fortress. They both start with F, all right? Now, this Froslass, you wouldn't read about it, is a Bright Powder Snowscape set. Now, this one, this causes a fair bit of salt. So we got Snowscape, Thunderwave, Weather Ball, and Hex. So it sort of all works on top of each other. We set the hail up, well, the snow, to activate Snow Cloak. Snow Cloak gives a 1.25 times evasiveness while the snow is happening, and I've got Bright Powder as the item, and I've got Weather Ball. So once it's snowing, I'll go for Weather Ball, which will turn into an ice move. Hex is also double base power when the opponent has a status, which is going to be what Thunder Wave is for. And it actually worked pretty well most of the time. Only a few times that well, probably a little bit more than a few times, quite a few opportunities I had to take the opponents out. They would continually land moves against me over and over, or they wouldn't be paralyzed and stuff like that. So it was like it either would work really, really well or just wouldn't work at all. So I took the Fortress out there, which is, they didn't take it, swapped out. In comes Shiftry here. It's going to get hit by the spike. So I went for a Hex. Obviously, the Fortress might be useful for something later. That's why I've swapped out. And that's going to be the end of the snow. So I thought, well, I guess I could set the snow up here and try my luck again. The other Pokemon on my team do benefit from that. So I've set that snow up again. Now, the Shiftry is going to go for a Tailwind. And obviously, Tailwind is going to be boosting that speed. And it's also going to be activating Shiftry's Wind Rider. So this is very, very bad. I need to feint this now. So I've got Weather Ball. With the Tailwind, I'm going to get outspared, but thankfully, Snow Cloak and Bright Powder, with them together, was enough for me to slip right on by that Leaf. I guess the Leaf Blade just slid right through Froslass, being a Ghost type and all. So that is the end of that. My Terror is also Ice too. I didn't have too many different Terrors in the normal typings for this team. So here comes Gyarados here. I can't do a lot to Gyarados in terms of damage. I mean, I could go for Weather Ball, but I doubt that would even do half its health. So I thought, maybe I'll go for Thunder Wave here. That could be useful, right? At least it's paralyzed. I might get a couple of turns to set up on it and do some damage. So Gyarados is going to go for a Terror, and it's Terror Electric. It's Terror Electric. So my Thunder Wave is not going to be it's not going to be doing anything at all. Gyarados got that light bulb. So it's going to outspeed me and go for a Flamethrower. Due to the Tailwind, I didn't even get a chance to use Thunder Wave. But this is the problem. So I'm going to go into Glalie now. This Glalie is my Terra Water set. So I've got Snowscape, Blizzard, Terra Blast Water, and I've got Dank Pulse. We got Ice Body as the ability and Icy Rock as the item. Max Special Attack and Max Speed, Tip of Nature. So I knew the Gyarados would obviously go for another Flamethrower. I mean, who wouldn't against an entire team of Ice-type Pokemon? So I thought, well, I can live the first Flamethrower going into a Water type, and then I can go for just Terra Blast or Blizzard or something like that. So here comes Flamethrower. It's going to do donkeys, no burns or anything like that. So going for Blizzard, hoping for a Freeze Axe. It just did underneath half health, which is a little bit, it's pretty disappointing to say the least. So when you truly look at Glalie Glalie's got 80 in every single like base stat, so it's a very average Pokemon all over. It's nothing to write home about. Same with Froslass. It's a little bit better in its speed, but its top stat apart from speed is 80 as well, which is its attack and special attack. So they sort of fall in the same category. You know, this team really lacked a viable way to get a lot of damage. Like it definitely wasn't sweeping through teams, let me tell you that. So next Pokemon is Froslass. This is my physical Froslass. I had a bit of success with this. I'm going to go for a crunch there, and it's going to go pack a good punch. So that is going to be the end of the Gyarados. Now this is Poltergeist, Ice Crash for flinches, Crunch, and Destiny Bond. Ability is going to be Curse Body, and Lychee Berry as the item, max attack and max speed, Jolly Nature. So I tried to get flinches and maybe a lucky Lychee Berry if possible. Now it comes to Pikachu. I'm going to go for Poltergeist. I can see it's got a Light Ball. I do not want to get hit by that at all. So that's the end of Pikachu. Good thing Pikachu isn't exactly what you call bulky. Next Pokemon is Skeleturge. I smelled a rat here. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a Destiny Bond because I know that I've got Poltergeist. I know that I've got Crunch. Something's wrong here. Something's off. So I went for Destiny Bond, and the Skeleturge is going to go for a Blast Burn. Like, holy smoke. So that is the entirety of Froslass's family tree taken out for like 1,000 years. Also, I got a cursed booty on that. A cursed booty, a cursed body. Man, a cursed booty. What would that be? Like if you see, I don't know, if you send your Pokemon onto the field and they've got a cursed booty, maybe they don't get affected by entry hazards. I'm not sure. What would the ability cursed booty even be? Let me know about that in the comment section. I want to keep it PG though. Anyway, next Pokemon is going to be a Forretress. So I've got Chilling Water. I'm like, well, it might take it out. And Forretress is going to eat a berry. I didn't even see its mouth move. Now, Forretress is going to have Explosion, so I knew there was some sort of reason why the Forretress was swapped out earlier on in the battle, and Snorunt is going to get one-shotted. I was this close to going for a Protect combination there on my Snorunt there, so I was pretty salty I didn't do that. That was the Everlight Moody set with max health and max special defense, relaxed nature. So that's going to be the end of the Forretress. I'm going to go into my Glalie, and we're both down to our last Pokemon. So we've got a Chimecho, not a Pokemon you get to see very often. So this Glalie is purely a sheer cold troll set. So I went for Substitute. Now the Chimecho is going to go for a Cosmic Power. Now Cosmic Power on Chimecho makes it very bulky. And if it does have stored power, which I'm pretty sure that it does, it's going to be hitting very hard. And it's going to be very bulky. So this Glalie is like a pure troll. So we've got Sheer Cold, Protect, Sub, and Spy. So the whole idea with this is to get as many stat boosts up as possible and make it as really tanky and high behind the Substitute. And then maybe if I get in a really bad situation, I might be able to Spite and get rid of the opponent's like really super effective or powerful moves, and then, you know, proceed to sweep through the rest of the team with Sheer Cold. So I'm going to be going for Protect here. I don't know really what to do. I was like, should I go for Protect, try and boost up my stats, or should I just go straight for the Sheer Cold? Now this Glalie is a bulky set, as I mentioned. Max health and max speed, Timid Nature, and Moody as the ability, Leopard Berry as the item. So I'm going to get another Moody boost. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything like too amazing, like the special defense and stuff like that. A lot of the time with Moody, you'll get like useless boosts. So I decided to just go for the Sheer Cold. It is going to connect, and that is going to be the last time that little Chimecho bell is going to be ringing. It's going to be a frozen little bell. And that is the end of the very first battle there. Some pretty cool Pokemon, and that was a really fun battle. Let's get on to battle number 2 here with the Snorunt Evolution team. Now, as I mentioned, I actually had a couple of good battles that I was having today. I had some really good ones, but it was sort of like neck and neck to about like 4. I'd taken 4 Pokemon out. The opponent taken 4 out, but then they brought out like some like huge sweat and just pressed the A button with their face. So I had a lot of battles like that have like one Pokemon that was just overwhelmingly like easy to win with. So I lost track of how many battles there was. All right, anyway, second battle here. This battle against Peeps a lot, and we do have a theme team here, so let me know if you can guess what it is in the comments section. Also, people, if you want to support the channel and my videos, please drop a like on the video. It only takes 1 second, and it also makes it so you see my videos in subscriptions too, because YouTube loves to, you know, send things out randomly. You know how it is. Anyway, next Pokemon we got is a Froslass. This little Toxel is going to be using Tearful Look, dropping my stats here. And it's also going to be paralyzing me with Nuzzle, which is very, very annoying. So I'm going to go for the Weather Ball here. And man, Baby Mario it's a bulky set. I think it's an Everlight Toxel. Even with that drop, that should have definitely done a little bit more. So I'm going to keep going for Weather Ball here. I guess it's still doing okay damage. It's like a 4-hit KO. And it seems like the Toxel really can't do too much apart from just nuzzling me and paralyzing me. So go for my third Weather Ball there on the Toxel, and Toxel is just using Nuzzle over and over again. So I'm guessing it doesn't have a lot to hit like a Ghost type with. Anyway, that is the end of the Toxel there. Now the next Pokemon to come out is going to be Storks. Oh, wait a second. This is obviously there's some sort of Mario thing, but what Mario? Is it the new one? Is it the new Mario? I'm not really sure. I'm not really into like Mario stuff, so you guys let me know what it is. I'm sure you already know already. So next Pokemon here, it's a really cool shiny too. I always like Bombirdier shiny, looks pretty cool. This is going to be a Rocky Payload Rock Tomb set, which I'm assuming why it's doing so much damage. Then again, Froslass isn't exactly what you call bulky, so I'm going to go for a Weather Ball here. Wait, this is the Weather Ball that wasn't in the wasn't even in the snow. I probably should have gone for Hex there, but none of my moves are really going to do too much. Perhaps it would have even been better to go for the Thunder Wave there, but I didn't really expect much more out of Froslass after I was paralyzed and got a speed drop there, so I wasn't really worrying too much. Now, this Bombirdier has got Leftovers as its item too. We're going to go into Snorunt. Now, this Snorunt is the Spikes. The Spike set here. So I managed to live that Rock Tomb pretty well, and I'm going to get a speed drop, which doesn't really matter. I went for Avalanche, poured a little bit of ice cream on Bombirdier, and it loved it so much. You know, it flew all the way home with the ice cream in its mouth. Next Pokemon's going to be, it's Yoshi. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good Pokemon for Yoshi. It's pretty good, like Shiny Bacon. So anyway, I'm going to go for Ice Shard. I got a little bit of damage. It's better than nothing, right? I'm going to get hit by a Fire Spin. So maybe it's some sort of like bulky trapping set. Anyway, that is lights out for my Snorunt. I'd say out of all of them, the shinies, I like Snorunt and Glalie the best. Froslass doesn't really change too much. At least Glalie's eyes glow red, right? But what do you think of Glalie, Froslass, Snorunt? Is this anyone's very favorite Pokemon? Like, out of all of them, do you really like them? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know why too. Do you just like ice Pokemon? Do you like the look of them? I've always really liked Glalie. I thought it was like an interesting Pokemon with a cool design. So anyway, we're gonna bring in my Glalie. I'm gonna finish that Bagon off there with a Blizzard. I mean, Powder Snow probably would have sufficed. And next Pokemon is going to be Pushy. So it's going to drop my attack, which doesn't really matter too much. I'm running a special set, and it's going to go for a Snarl. So it turns out this is going to be a special set because it's got Throat Spray as the item. So I'm guessing it's probably going to use Dark Pulse. I know it moves pretty well because I've used a special one myself. So I went for the Blizzard there. I've got Ice Body as the ability, so I'm able to get a little bit of health back here. However, after that special attack boost, no way Glalie is going to be living that one. So that's half my team gone. Now we're going to go into Froslass, my second Froslass. This is my physical set. So wait for Icicle Crash. It doesn't do very much. I mean, it is physical Froslass. And I got a lucky flinch there, which is pretty cool. And then I got a crit. So that was very, very lucky. This Pokemon, I mean, it does have the same... When you look at Froslass's stats, they both do have 80, but its special moves are a little bit more, a little bit better in my opinion. Like variety and stuff like that. So here comes a Sunflower now. I thought that was definitely bait for like a terror of some sort, so I actually went for Poltergeist, but it turns out I was wrong, and they went for the Blizzard there. Petal Blizzard, and that's actually going to get Cursed Body by my Froslass. Not that it really matters too much. I'm going to be able to feint it there with the Icicle Crash. So that's the 5th Pokemon down. We got one more. Now, the snow is going to stop here, and the last Pokemon is Baby Bowser. Now, we got a Terra Pokemon here. Now, as soon as I seen Tutor, I'm like, I'd say they're probably going to be running a Shell Smash set here. Like, there isn't too much else you could possibly do with Tutor. I mean, I've used all Pokemon, right? I know they're pretty much capable of, like, there has to be some sort of sweeping set. So I went for the Poltergeist here on the Tutor. It's got Terra Fire, and I could see that it had the Focus Sash. So now it's going to go for the Shell Smash. Now, after a Shell Smash, I'm thinking, well, yeah, this should get, if it's Jolly Nature, it should outspeed my Froslass here. And wait, no, this one is an Adamant, so it definitely will be able to outspeed, especially if they are running Jolly. So there's a double speed boost there and a double attack boost. Here comes a Terra Blast Fire. I'm like, uh-oh, this is very, very bad. Froslass obviously is going to fade there, and Curse Body activates. That was a very, very lucky Curse Body activation, because that means it can't use Terra Fire anymore, and it's not like Chewdog can swap to another Pokemon because it's the last one. So now they're going to go for an Ice Fang. I guess that was really their only other coverage move. I finished them off with a Disrespect Trailblaze, but man, that would have got real nasty real quick there if they did have that Fire move. I maybe would have had to try and go for like my Glalie to live or something like that, but it would have been very, very close. Cool team there, by the way. Very, very cool team. Definitely some bad luck for sure. Next battle and last battle. This one is against Squirrel. I've actually never seen a Squirrel before. Anyway, we got a Kamala lead here. It's going to use Rapid Spin. I was like, that sucks because I use Spikes. I'm like, well, I'd say they'll probably go for a Rapid Spin again versus this, because that'll get rid of the Spikes and that'll still do damage. So what I thought is I'll try and spin block that with the Froslass, being a ghost type and stuff. So instead of using that, they went for Body Slam. Like, okay, fair enough. It was the same result, I guess. And I didn't lose the Spikes, which is good. So Kamada's going to swap out. And in comes Dingo Dire. I know what this team is. Can anyone guess? You know what? I'm going to give you all a clue. I'm going to include in this battle some specific music tied to the game. So, can anyone guess what this last team is based on? I'll give you a clue. It was first out on the original PlayStation. I remember playing it. When I was like a kid. It was super, super fun. And it also I think it got like a remaster. In the last couple of years as well. So anyway, Froslass is like dodging all these attacks, which is really, really cool. And that is going to be the end of the Dingo Dial there. So that's one Pokemon down. Next Pokemon here we got is Electrike. So I was like, ooh, I wonder what this is going to do. So I'm going for the Weather Ball here. I've got my Bright Powder and my Snow Cloak going. This thing lands a Zap Cannon. I was like, how did they even land? What are the chances of that, though? Okay, seriously. Zap Cannon is 50% chance to land. And then calc in my Snow and my Bright Powder. Mathematician people out there, what are the chances of Zap Cannon landing there? Like, I see, like, in percentage-wise, like, it has to be, like, 5%, something like that, surely. I don't know. It seems like a really, really low chance. Anyway, so this thing is cleaning me up there with Flash Cannons. And that's Snorunt down. So I got to do something about this. So I'm going to go into my Froslass there. I'm going to go for a Poltergeist. It was a blunder policy set. So they're actually meant to like miss that Zap Cannon and to boost the speed. So maybe they're running something like max special attack and max speed. Next Pokemon is going to be Oranguru. We got some Spikes damage now. I went for a Crunch. And it packed a little bit of a punch. So I got a defense shot, which is pretty nice. The next one is almost going to take it out, I would say. And now they're going to go for a Trick. Now, the Trick's going to swap our items around. I'm going to get a Sticky Bomb, and Orangugu's... that should be a baby version of Orangugu. And I'm going to get a Sticky Bomb, which sort of sucks. Now they're going to swap out the Oranguru, and they're going to go into... Beartic. Oh, no, sorry, not Beartic, Cubchoo. Cubchoo. Actually, that's a really good... this team's actually pretty... I'll give them their credit. This team's actually pretty accurate for the characters. I was trying to think of some other ones myself. So, Cubchoo's obviously going to fake to 2 crunches there. I'm not sure what strategy they're going with that, but it is going to faint. So, the next Pokemon to come out is either going to be that Oranguru or the other one. I don't think Kamala has anything to hit me with. And we got this coming in. So now Oranguru is going to go for Protect. So this seems to be like a Protect, Trick, Sticky Bombs stalling set. So it's pretty interesting. So I went for a Crunch again. Now I'm thinking, well, I can keep going for Crunch here. It doesn't really matter. Unless they got some other move to hit me with, I should be good, even if they keep using Protect. So it only just lives there, and I get a defense drop again. And here comes a Lychee Bear activation, which definitely won't matter at all unless I've got some sort of physical move that's going to do some damage. And that's going to go for Yawn. I thought, all right, well, they know that I'm going to swap here, obviously. And I know that they're going to go for Protect. So I believe they're probably going to go for Yawn again on my incoming Pokemon. So I'm going to stay in here. And then they ended up going for Protect. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. It's not too much of a problem here. I've still got, like, 4 other Pokemon. 3 other Pokemon apart from this in the back right. So they got that Protect off. And now Froslass is going to be snoozing. So I figured I either just keep it in there and see what other move they got, because they actually haven't revealed all their moves yet, which is, I was curious what it's going to be. They had to have maybe some sort of psychic move, and they had Dream Eater. So like, okay, that's pretty interesting. So Trick, Protect, Yawn, and Dream Eater. Very, very nice. So that's the end of my Froslass. So both my Froslasses are gone. So we're going to slide into Glalie here and see if we can feint this thing. Firstly, I'm going to set the snow up. I'm hoping that, I can get that extra boost in defense, and then I can get those blizzards going. So it's going to go for a Yawn again. I know that I can obviously live a Dream Eater, but I don't want to give this thing any more health back. So I did a swap this turn and went into the Snorunt. This time they're going to go for Protect again. I thought they may go for a Yawn again. So that's obviously going to fail, and I'm going to get a Moody boost. So special attack boost, which is nice, and a defense drop. So this Pokemon does outspeed my Snorunt. I mean, the Snorunt isn't exactly what you call bulky, and I'm going to go for Frost Breath there. Frost Breath is always going to crit, and that's going to be enough to take out the Oranguru, which is good. So we've got Kamala left and one other mystery Pokemon. So I'm going to get another Moody boost here. I'm actually trying to think what I did for my original Snorunt sweep. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. And I think I did some sort of Moody sweeping thing. I'm very, very sure that I did. I can't. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to go watch it afterwards and see if I'm right. So actually, that's actually a really good nickname as well for this theme team. That's like perfect. So I went for my attacking move. It didn't do too much to this Rev Room. Rev Room's going to go for a Flash Cannon. So I thought, well, I've got two Glalies left here, and I've got one that's Terra Water. And I was curious what other move this thing actually, could even do to me. So I'm getting special defense drops here on my Everlight set. I'm already very, very special defensive, and it is really, really struggling to actually feint me here. So I'm like, I should be fine with these Gladies, right? So I woke up and I got another Chilling Water off, which is doing pretty good damage there, and it is almost fainted. So if it doesn't have any physical moves, they're not going to hit very, very hard, especially with the snow around and stuff like that. So here comes a final Flash Cannon there from the Rev Room, and that is the end of Snorunt. So I've got Glalie 1 and 2 left. So we're going to go into the Terra Water Glalie, because I thought I could go Terra Water and do some damage. They, however, swapped it out and went into Kamala. So I was like, all right, well, I know this has got Rapid Spin, it's got Body Slam. I don't know what else it's got. Like, I know it has a lot of different moves, but I thought they'd probably just go for a normal move. So I went for Blizzard, some good damage there. Unfortunately, the snow is going to stop, and I'm pretty sure this thing is going to be able to outspeed me. So it's going to go for Protect this turn. I was like, all right, that's good, because I actually went for the Snowscape again to get that snow going. I figured that would help me out, being bulky against any of these physical moves. In case that Rev Room had anything hidden that was physical, we'd only seen like Flash Cannon at the moment. So Kamala's going to get some more health back. I went for Blizzard, and actually that Leftovers and Protect combination actually was actually very helpful for Kamala, because it actually enabled him to live. So Gladie's going to get paralyzed by the Body Slam, which kind of sucks. I do have Ice Body, which is going to heal a little bit of my health back too. So Kamala could go for Protect here, or just finish me off, or try and get some damage. It goes for a Body Slam again. I went for Blizzard. So that's the end of Kamala. Now, I'm pretty sure that this Rev Room is just going to swap. We're going to swap the Rev Room and go for not the Metal Claw, the Flash Cannon. I'm getting all my steel moves mixed up today. So it's going to get some spikes damage, which puts it on a lower amount of health than it was before. I actually did a risk. I was like, I'm pretty sure this thing has... I don't know if this thing's got anything to hit me with. They have to have maybe a poison move or something like that, but any steel moves are going to do no damage at all. I hadn't really seen the rest of the set. So I went for the Terra Water. Here comes the predictable Flash Cannon. I lived that easy. I can live another one. And I got paralyzed this time. I'm like, all right, fair enough. I'll go for Terra Water. This will be enough to take it out. And I got Ice Body as well. So that's definitely going to enable it to live. Now they're going to go for a Terra. I'm thinking, I wonder what this is going to be. Is it going to be Terra Poison? It's going to be Terra Normal. Like, oh, I wonder what normal type moves are going to be. It's fine though, because I've still got another Glalie, and they're going to go for self-destruct. So clearly they didn't have anything really to hit me with, and Flash Cannon obviously wasn't going to feint there. And they've got normal gem on top of it as well, and the engine is going to explode on the Glalie, and that is the end of the battle. But a really cool team there from my opponent. Definitely a childhood game, especially for me. All right, that's about it, people. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.